Hello. 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 Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. And welcome along. Welcome along. I'm going to do some... oh, what's going on here? I'm going to do some... yeah, a little bit more coding, a little bit more work on my game jam. And yeah, so welcome along. Enjoy. And what have we got? What have we got? Yeah, so last time we were working on... or last time I was working on the progress bar for the copy thing. So we implemented our own copy routine for files. So it gives us a bit more control over what it's doing. It's a little bit of a faff, but it means now we can actually copy files without any external kind of code or anything like that. So that's what we're going to carry on with. This is where are we? Yeah, this is what we've been. This is what it looks like at the moment. So we've got our debug output here. Let's see, files. I did have some test stuff set up. Yeah, test folder, that'll do. Yeah, so we can add our little toolbar. And if we open up another window, we can add a little toolbar there, and we set that as the destination, let's say, and copy that to there. And that looks just fine. It's all good. So that works. So individual files will copy fine. The problem is drawers won't be copied like that. So we have to work out a separate routine for copying drawers. That's, so we can do that as well. But little steps. Okay. So there we go. All kind of working pretty much. Oh yeah, we need to quit this. So we go in here and yes, also we had showing, yeah, so we've got some settings there that are actually saved now. And we implemented tool types, or just one tool type, which is working as well, which pops up the window when it launches. The preferences window. Okay. So what? Oh, hang on. Yeah, there we go. So what we're going to do now is have a look at our copy routine, which is actually in here, or our progress window. So our progress window. Should open and close with these statements here. That's just the basics of it. So EW is the event window. So we're just copying that variable through. Yeah, so that's the ID of the helper window, you see. And so what we have is, so let's say we have 20 helper windows, a maximum of 20 helper windows, then EW plus max helpers will be 20 plus 20. So for window 1, that'll be window 21 and GT list 21. That is how we're separating the extra windows for the. So it means that each toolbar can have an associated progress bar. And what's key about the progress bar thing is it has a cancel button. So I'm doing this under emulation, and so all the copying is very, very fast. But especially on slower systems, you need a way to interrupt it. It was quite the pain in Workbench 3.1 and before they introduced the cancel button. And yeah, it was a complete pain because you're waiting, and then you don't really, you kind of think, oh well, I could just reboot, but then you risk corrupting your hard drive or probably having to revalidate it if you're using FFS, and it was all it was not great. So they added a cancel button in the late 90s with OS 3.5 and 3.9, and that was a godsend. That was great. Okay, so first thing that I noticed when we ran this very, very quickly last time was that the gadgets and the little border we put on don't line up properly with the inside of the window. And that is, if we go and look at the open prefs window, we do we use this command here, GTZZ position off. So we need to do that here as well, just before we open the window. Put that there. And okay, so that should solve that problem, and we should just get a cancel button at the bottom and a little box where we are going to put our progress bar. And we're just gonna we're gonna hand do the progress bar because there isn't really a standard OS way of doing it. You know, in MUI and in the other toolkits you have a few different options, but for just plain GAD tools, which is what we're using here, we're going to draw it ourselves. Now I'm just thinking, for this I think it would make sense to have some extra properties on the helper windows. So helper windows currently have these properties: the host window address, helper window address. We've got XY width height, the helper of that's the host window, and the helper window, and the title, and some various details of either the workbench window or the helper window, and the helper window is the little toolbar. So all the details there. Some details on the history, so you can press back and you can go back through where you've navigated. So what we'll add in there, we have to add some properties for the progress bar. So we're going to do progress current. We'll separate these out just for neatness, and so progress open.b will be a flag to show that the progress window is open. Progress max is going to be like the maximum. So if you're copying 20 items, that will be 20, and current will be 6, or however many items have been copied. So yeah, so it goes up like that. That's the plan. Yeah, okay, so, and that will tell us, yeah, progress open is it would also be a good idea with progress open to lock the toolbar so that other buttons can't be pressed while or at least ignore the item. So at least this is a flag, so we know if an item is open or not. Now for now we're not multi-threaded or anything like that, so it's a single task, so it doesn't really, so it's not really possible to do multiple things, but we'll fix that later on, and that's kind of like a flag that we'll use later on for that then. Okay, so open progress bar max value. So and then we'll do and helpers is the array holding all the properties of the helper windows. Helpers so max value, so we set the max value and we set the current value to 0, and then progress open is true. Okay. So update progress bar. This is where we just redraw the progress bar. So Hepplers. Good evening, Graham. How are you? Hope you're having a nice Tuesday. How are things? We've I'm trying to think. I'm tired. I've had a busy couple of days. Been in the office, been in the lab doing some testing, and oh, that sounds good. Oh, child's asleep now. You have tacos. Excellent news. I don't think my child is asleep, and he's in the next room. So hopefully he'll be okay. But yeah, that's good news. So you can relax and yeah, lie back. Do you have a beer? I don't have a beer. But yeah, I feel like if I had a beer, I'd probably fall asleep on stream. And sure, can't be doing that. But I think we've yeah. Hey, Nivrig. Hey, there's the champ. We have to call him champ. Yes, congratulations, Nivrig won the Amiga Game Jam recently with Rogue Declan Zero. Excellent stuff. You should give it a look. You can drop it now, a link there, although it's probably yourself and Graham. And Graham's already seen it. But absolutely. How are you? Well, welcome in. Welcome in. We were just discussing trying to avoid midweek beers. And how that's a terrible thing, but probably a good thing. But anyways, we're manually creating a progress bar here, which is sort of all very mundane stuff in comparison. But this is going to be... oh, I know you don't like beer, Nivrig. I know you don't. Oh dear. Oh dear. Except in January. When you seem to love it. Oh, and July. You seem to have a taste for it in Nottingham, all right. Ah, terrible fire. How are you? Careful now. Cool. So yeah, so what was I doing? Yeah, so this is opening our progress bar, and this little statement here is going to update our progress bar. So yes, you drove to France and drove back within about 5 days, you crazy bastard. Am I allowed to say that? That's a hell of a drive. Hell of a drive from Scotland. But fair play. Fair play. I hope you filled the car with some cheap booze as well, I'm sure. Sounds awesome. But you had a good time though. Good stuff. Good stuff. Away my pantalons. This app is my entry to the Amiga Tool Jam. Let's just do the obligatory jam thing. There we go. This is the game jam for non-games. And so this is what it does. Well, let's give it a go, see if this even compiles. Oh, now let's go to the main part. Dun dun dun. It is a little helper. Oh, fuck. Why? Helpers. What's wrong? What's wrong with helpers? Is it not called helpers? Ah, la la la. Helpers. Helpers. It is called helpers. Shared helpers. Oh dear. Array is not a list. Forgot the array index. Yes. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong line. EW. That's our event window. Little event. This is a little helper, Nivrig, for Workbench, and it gives you a little. It's kind of trying to be a little bit like Directory Opus, but on Workbench. It's decidedly hacky. It's the way all good Amiga tools should be. This is what it looks like. Hey, it worked. So it's a commodity. It does nothing when you start it up. When you have a window like that and you press F1, hey, it's got a little toolbar, some copy icons, and hey, you can give that one a toolbar as well. And the toolbar is its own separate window, but it will follow the window around, and it will let you do things like copying files. So, I've already done this one. So let's delete that one. We give that a toolbar, and we can set that as the destination. And we can select a file here and copy, and there it goes. So it does neat little things like that. You can do that. You can, get your information, and that. Oh yeah, this is actually useful. Did you see my first entry? Oh, I like my first entry. Where is it? Oh, wait, see. No, hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Where is it? This is my little tool for. This is my first entry into the most useless category. So this closes all the windows on Workbench, starting with the nearest window, and when you click it, it does that. So if I don't win some kind of wooden spoon for that now, I'm gonna flip tables. But anyways, there you go. So yeah, so that's what it does. Yeah, there you go. So that's what it does. It does some other nifty stuff. You can like you can create a new drawer. You can do things like that. Rename these there. You can delete it again. I'm working. I've written my own copy routine so that I'm not using the OS copy file copy routine, just so that I can have a more accurate progress bar. Hey Javier, welcome in. Welcome along. So I've written that. I've run it about 5 times and it hasn't corrupted anything yet, so I'm hopeful that it's working. But I will test it a lot more before I release it. And that is basically it. So I'm going to, let's see, that's already open, is it? Yeah, it is. So what I'm going to do is, let's see if I can copy those files. Copy over there. There's my progress bar. It's not very good yet. And it also should close. No, progress bar is not done yet. Progress bar exists as in there is a bar. It doesn't show any progress. And the cancel button doesn't work. And the cancel button is actually not a button. That's weird. Okay. And it also doesn't close. Okay, well, there we go. We're getting there. Yeah, it's not even multi-threaded yet, Nivrig, so it's kind of pointless, to be honest. But yeah, we're getting there. And I'm saying this like we're getting there as I'm suddenly panicking about the amount of time I have left, which is how jams work. So well, see, I wanted a cancel button. I think a cancel button is just silly without a progress bar. But you know what? We'll make the cancel button work first. We'll deal with the progress bar afterwards. Why is that cancel button not a button? GT button, win ID, GTS ID, X and Y with kind of height text flags. It doesn't really. So what it's going to have, what it's going to end up being is, well, you can run it and you can do load seg your own code and stuff like that if you want. You can do it that way. I'm just going to take the easy way out and just run another task, run another program, like another executable, and I think that's probably the simplest way to do it, and just pass on a list of all the files to copy or to delete or whatever you're working on. I think that's how I'm going to do it. But yeah. See, this is the kind of thing. Oh yeah, it'd be nice to actually spawn a new task, because you kind of have to do it manually in Blitz. But yeah, I'm feeling out of time now. But okay, I don't actually understand why this isn't opening. Oh, I'm going to switch on the debugger. Just see if, oh no. I'm going to switch on the debugger, just see if that's catching something. I might be hitting a limit of constants or something like that. Let's see. Oh no, where am I going? See, I normally work on a much bigger screen than this. Okay, so that's our destination. Let's copy. Oh, let's copy more than one file. Copy. No errors. Also, no debugger. What the devil is happening? Debugger? There's a bug in Blitz, and the first time you run it, this menu item is nonsense, and whether it's ticked or not makes no difference. So that was the first time it switched it on. Now we get our debugger. There we go. Yeah, la da 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 da. Do. Copying. Still no error. Okay. I was expecting that to throw something up there, but okay. Actually, I will just check. Let's see. What we're looking for is gadget list. No, GT list. GT list. 20. There's our problem. The gadget, the cancel gadget, it will be ID 21, I think. And that's why it doesn't actually exist. The text ends up in the window, but it doesn't exist as a gadget. Now, let's try that. Done. No! Good evening, Zuperdan. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Having slight issues here. I can't figure out why. My cancel gadget is not behaving like a gadget. Yes, welcome along, Zuperdan. Zuperdan is running the Amiga Tool Jam, and yeah, so this is all his good work. Well, yeah, this is all for his jam. He is yeah, there've been a few entries already actually, and some pretty good looking entries actually, which is cool. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Beaver. That sounded weird. Okay. There we go. There's the jam. What were we doing? Update. What's happening here? Okay. Progress bar. GT button. I've upped the limit, so it should be within the GT list limit. GT list win ID. Oh. No, that's right. Win ID is EW plus. That's right. That's what it should be. So max helpers. So if we've got 20 helpers, then this will be up to 40. So it'll be 21, 22, etc. for this window. Have we got the parameters right? GT list, ID 0, fine. X, Y, width, height. Inner height minus gadget height. Have we got our gadget height wrong? Are we making a 0 pixel? Oh, we're making a 0 pixel high button. Is that what it is? Or a negative size gadget. I wonder, is that legal? Can you make an... Yeah, that's it. It is shared, but I wonder if it's not actually calculated elsewhere. You know. Well, that's promising. Where does gadget height come from? No, it is declared there. So it is shared, but when you share in Blitz Basic, there's a pitfall. Normally, I have it set to give you problems if you don't declare a variable with the variable type. I think when you do a shared, it's exempt from that rule, and it kind of assumes that the variable exists, but it creates it if it doesn't, and that's annoying because I can't see it anywhere else. Gadget height. I'm nearly sure I've calculated that somewhere. Whereas we use it in OpenPrefs, do we? Button height, that's the one, although it's only calculated locally. We'll just do it again. Font Y size plus 6. Where were we? Font Y size plus 6. Gadget height W equals font Y size. Fonty size, as I always call it in my head. Now we should have a cancel button, and it should have a suitable margin off the bottom of the window as well. Let's go. Oh. Well, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Destination, send. It's a button. It's a button, all right. It is smack bang in the middle of my bar, but that's okay. Doesn't do anything. That's okay. We know that. That's okay. Fine. Okay. Getting there now. Update progress bar. And our looking good. Look, it's starting to look better, isn't it? Win ID and then ID bevel box 5 and 50 down. So let's make that 25 down. Yeah. I already have my entry in for the most useless category, Dan, and if I don't win a wooden spoon for this, I will I'll cry. But yes, getting there. Let's see. Let's just I am going to do that. I am going to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to cheat a little bit, and can I do a window box fill? I can't. Window box. Oh, that's pants. Because that's a hollow box. Oh no, solid rectangle. This is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to use pen 3, which is our standard. Is it called the detail pen? The blue anyway. In Workbench. So I'll use that for filling it. So now, so what we'll do is helpers event window. What's it called? Progress current equal to. Oh, first off, we better check it. So progress max. Progress max. So progress current is equal to value. And you're not writing C now, so we need that. Okay, so Now we've got to restore a new value, and now we have to calculate the new box. I'm not going to redraw the whole box because, for efficiency reasons. Helpers, current value, and pre-value. So, inner width minus 10. That's nasty because that'll change. That progress bar will change width depending on the borders of the window. Do we need to store that? Do we need to? Yeah, I suppose we probably should. I don't think it needs to be in. Let's just throw some memory at it. Progress width. So we open that, we will calculate our progress width. Progress width equal to, what are we saying? Inner width minus 10 pixels. Actually, we want to add the border, don't we, of the gadget. Inner width minus 12. Do that. It'd be easier to just calculate it out, but at least I know where I stand now. Okay, so the pixel is equal to so its previous value over progress max would give us our proportion. So then we multiply that by none of these are quicks. So we just multiply the whole lot by the width of the bar. Oh yeah, just dividing dirty big numbers and throwing them into stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Also, I'm not fully sure someone with a 7 megahertz 68K is going to be running an app like this, to be fair. But yeah, divides and multiplies all over the place. And just throwing extra variables at things. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, previous pixel is that, and then it's the same thing. Pretty much. Helpers, progress width times value divided by progress max. That's right, isn't it? Because what we're actually doing is we're getting our ratio here, but I'm just trying to keep it integers and doing that progress width. Yeah, should be fine. So now we just do a box between the previous one and the current one. So window box x1, y2, x1, y1. So where's our gadget is bevel box. So 5 across and 25 down. So 627. Well, so our so 627 is the corner of our actual bar. I'm being all, calculating this all out nicely and stuff like that. It'll be wrong, and I'll just fudge numbers to fix it. Okay, so it is pre-pixel, and y is 26. Curve pixel, and it is 16 tall. So that makes that 40 for the inner size. And then what did I say? Pen 3. Okay. Let's just, when we open our window. Actually, no. Where do we call that? Open progress bar. Oh, it's in the main code, is it? Open progress bar. Icon count is going to be, oh yeah, problem. Let's just, for debugging purposes, say it's 10 items, and we're going to do 6 items for the bar. Let's see what happens. So we should get a bar 60% full. Oh, I should, yeah. La 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 la. You can also copy and paste with this. So copy and paste. Oh, but we don't have a progress bar for that. So, okay. Well, okay, there we go. I didn't add on the numbers that I calculated out. Quit. Yeah. Ship it. I literally said those numbers. Where are we? Although, yeah, I did say those numbers, but then I oh, there's something funky going on here, isn't there? Because the box isn't respecting the Gimme 00 position. Yeah, so the GAD tools, it's not actually a Gimme 00 window, but you can fudge these Gimme 00 positions using this thing. Now, because I'm not using the Gimme 00 window, if you turn that off, it means that you know 00 is inside the actual window contents and not at the very top of the close gadget. So I've done that because it makes all the GAD tool stuff nice and easy and calculates out nicely. It means now that I have to calculate out the window border width. For fuck's sake, which I was hoping to avoid. Excuse the language, but it's okay. It's fine. So what I'm going to do is maybe we need some global settings or global information on the windows. So let's see. Let's go up here. We're doing some of that already. Like we're getting our font details here. Border width. Oh, I already did it. Yeah. Thanks, previous Rob. Border widths. Dun, 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 dun. What are those? What are the fields? Top left, bottom right. Could have guessed that. Border width left. We'll just add them on there. So that should be the X one corrected. Don't know why I'm doing one here and one there, but that's okay. It makes more sense here. So, okay. And then this has to be plus the... Is that it? Maybe? Do. Get down, get down. Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, almost. I did say 14 pixels high, didn't I? Hey, Francis Leal, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm bludgeoning a progress bar together. You know, completely. it's a nasty way of doing it. Plus 26. Oh, of course, we're not talking. Yeah, so that should be 39, because it's not plus 14. It's normally you don't count the square you're on, but here we have to count the square we're on. I need to every time. So here's our toolbar. That's our destination window. Here's another toolbar. Let's copy those files. There we go. That looks like a progress bar. Could be up 10 pixels. 5 or 10 pixels. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, spam. Automod caught it. Excellent. Good work. Now, so where were we? Okay, I think that works. I think that is cool. Now, yes, exactly. So this is where I have to kind of restructure how the program, how the whole thing works, because I need to create a list now of all the items to copy and then pass that list to the copy task. See, now I am running on emulation here, so the copying stuff is very fast, but I'll slow it down for testing. Update progress bar. So let's go back to where we were, which is icon count. So we only open the progress bar if it's more than one item. And then it's open, and then update progress bar. Obviously we don't need that anymore. Okay, so currently our copy routine is just in here. So the actual copy is in this function here, but this is the loop that cycles through all the items. And it copies in a .info file as well, because we don't explicitly get that information from Workbench. Yeah, so Workbench will give us the name of the icons. It won't tell us whether it's an actual icon or a fake icon or what the story is with that. So you have to check if you're doing this kind of thing. So we check if it exists, and then we copy it, and that's fine. So we've got a destination win. So that means it's a valid destination for the files. Well, next item. So we're copying the file. Get a file name. Icon count is current. Let's see. Copied count. Well, let's not declare it there. Let's be proper. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Copy count. Copied count. Now, you know the first thing I'm going to do is forget that I've renamed that. And, oh, where's my copy gone? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, yeah, so have to bear in mind that we've got a separate routine for moving files, because moving files is a hell of a lot faster. Because it's literally just renaming the file, which is neat. But file copy, yeah. So this is that's a copy and paste routine, I think, is it? Oh, that's a move to. Okay, copy to is up here. That makes sense, because it's a copy regardless. Okay, so copied count. Yeah, copied count. Oh, I was right. Is 0, and then I'm wondering, should I update the destination window after each icon, or just at the end after it's completed? I think probably just at the end, because this will be, if the window is full of a lot of icons, this will be a lot of refreshing, and it'll slow things down a lot. So let's move that down out of this loop, out of the while loop. Let's put it there. And now we've successfully copied, or at least processed, a file. Why is that not nested properly? Well, next item, if success. Oh. Well, okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter whether we have successfully copied the file or not. We've processed that file, so therefore fucking keyboard. Keyboard's shedding keys. Copied count +1. And then What is our window number? It's EW, isn't it? That should be it. That should be it. Now, the next thing to do is hey, wait a minute. There's something funky with the scrolling going on here. I don't know. Okay, so we need a cancel flag, and we'll set the cancel flag if we, excuse me, we will set the cancel flag if we want to yeah, cancel. So where do we handle our events? Event, select event window. Okay. Okay, so this is saying that our event window isn't the prefs window, it's one of the helper windows. But we have two options here. If so if our event window is more than max helpers, we know it's one of the progress windows. And if, oh no. So then all of this belongs to ooh, this is a big chunk. So all of that. Oh, is that the right block? Okay, so default is there. Okay. So all of that there is what happens. That's where we put our end if. Is what happens if it is a helper window. If it's not a helper window, we'll add a little thingy. This is a big chunk of code. Yeah, I'm going to farm this out though. I'm going to start spawning tasks off for all this stuff. I hope. So, our default so let me think. So that'll give us our actual helper window number is EW, and then this is the helper window. So select EV. So it's one of our progress windows, and so we look at the event and we only have one gadget in there, so we can just leave it as gadget up. Oh, we can't just have one cancel flag, of course. So we need a cancel flag per helper. And it belongs to the progress stuff, so cancel flag makes no sense there. Okay. And it's the same thing for that. So if we click the close gadget or click cancel, that should set the cancel flag. And if the cancel flag is there, then we finish up our copying task. Okay, so just for now, copy to is there. So end while, and we refresh workbench and close the progress bar. We should reset the reset list, and then oh yeah, no, what we'll put the cancel, we'll reset the cancel flag when we open the progress bar. Open progress bar, so helpers. Cancel flag's false. And compiled. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Dun, 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 that one. Oops. The window flashed up for an instant the first time I did it. The second time, it is not. Why is that? Oh, GT list already attached to a window. I thought I freed it. Where is it? Oh, it's finished. GT list already attached to the window. Why? Free G. Everything would be fucked there if it wasn't for the debugger, because that would have crapped all over RAM everywhere. That's yeah, that's one of the nasty ones. Bugs like that where it's double freeing things, or double, yeah. It will have been nasty anyway. Whatever way that would have worked out. Okay. Now it'll work. Destination. Send. We are getting a little progress bar. So let's slow. I'm just going to go into the WinUAE now and slow the CPU down. That looked like it's supposed to. See, does it do we select 3 icons and we send them. Hey, excellent. So at the moment it's not even considering the chunks of the files, it's just considering the number of icons. So, and not even like .info files, because they're pretty small. That looks good. Still too quick to be able to cancel it. Oh, I never actually put in any cancel handling. So let's bump up the CPU speed again. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, what while next time. So what I'll do is this. I'm using this as the template for a copy routine. This will all get copied to another thing somewhere else, in another task, in another life, in another world. So update progress bar. If cancel flag what we'll just do is we just fast forward to the end of the icon list, and what that means is the next time it loops around, it will get to here, and while next item will be false because there are no more items, and it'll just drop straight out then, straight down the end. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't know. X dial, oh fuck's sake. X. Thank you. Now, let's see what happens. We can try and copy the whole of Blitz in there. Actually, you know what? I don't think that'll work well because... Oh, that's a good one. Because I'm not really doing the drawer handling properly yet. So let's... test. Let's go in there. Oh, well, yeah, it doesn't follow. So what we need to do is do that. And then we get a progress, or then we get our toolbar. Oh, and this is cool. You can switch between icon mode and text mode there. Although it does cover up the thing because when you control the workbench windows, you can't scroll an arbitrary amount. So like that's 18 pixels tall. I can't scroll the window 18 pixels. I have to scroll it 1 pixel 18 times, which means the window goes like this, or you scroll a step, and that step changes depending on the size of the window. So a step is essentially is probably that much, you know, a click of the arrow, which is too much obviously for well, it's 2 clicks, but yeah. So I haven't really figured out how to add a toolbar's worth of space to the top of the window. I'm trying to avoid too much brain surgery on the windows as they're open. But anyways, let's have a look at this. Let's copy a bunch of files there to here. And let's slow the CPU right down. And let's see. Ooh. That actually looks quite cool. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Okay. Okay, what happened there? Oh yeah, I can't go to the back, of course. So why didn't that cancel? Why didn't that cancel? Oh, it's the speed of the CPU again. So, did we set the cancel flag? We did, I'm sure, in the main event loop. Helper's cancel flag equals true. And we calculate the correct so if event window greater than max helpers, so if that was helper window 1, and we're allowed 20 helpers, that helper window should have been 21. So 21 minus 20 is 1. That's correct. Let's do some debugging. Actually, let's go a little bit higher than that. Okay. Destination. Oh. Why did that stop now when I clicked the button here? Event window 1, code 0. It shouldn't iterate around this again, should it? Oh, maybe I am. Maybe I'm running through it after modifying the. Okay, yeah, you know what? That's probably what's happened there. Let's get out of there and try changing that. Window 2. That do it? Terrible variable names, don't do that. So, okay, that's triggered that again. Why? So EW is 1. Let's. Oh, sorry. No, it should have stopped there. That's fine. Okay, so that's fine. It's happy. Event Windows 1 again. Yeah, that's fine. How many events happened there? Okay. Okay, so we're running again. So let's copy a lot of stuff. Let's slow down the CPU. And copy a lot of stuff. That should just run now. Step is that? Nope. Okay, there's a copying. That is not triggering an event. Okay, cool that it disappears when it's complete. Why is it not triggering an event? Oh, okay, let's go back. That's a good point. Should have events. So here's activate close gadget, depth drag bar, and but it should be the default. In Blitz you have a set of default IDCMP flags and you modify them rather than having to define them from the start, from scratch. So default IDCMP. I'm not actually setting them, am I? Yeah, so Yeah, I don't think I've modified them. I modified them individually for a couple of windows, but it's just to take away things like mouse move events and stuff like that, because you don't, you know, just to minimize all the massive lists of irrelevant events. What's going on? What's going on? We'll put the stop back in there. So we should get output regardless of what happens when there's an event. Oh, I know, because it doesn't even go back to the main loop. It doesn't go back to the main loop. It's running in this little loop. Of course, yeah. So it'll never get the event because it's not multi-threaded yet. Okay. It seems a bit messy to put it in here, but I suppose it will have to be its own loop at some point. Now, let me think. How do I want to do this now? How do I want to spawn a subtask? What does a linked list look like in memory? Because I have to pass the list onto, you know, if I spawn a copy task. What does a linked list look like? Let's see this as. Drawer helper copy. So this will be the executable. How do we pass the list of files? Excuse me. Obviously, yeah, passing a pointer to the list is probably the neatest way of doing it, but then I have to copy it. Yeah, well, see, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll implement it here. The problem is that nothing checks for the event within this loop. So when you're copying, it's in this while loop. So we'll do a mini implementation of it here. But yeah, it's not fully how it should work. But let's see. Event window 2. Event window. I'm after using event window 2 elsewhere, haven't I? Yeah, that wasn't the problem. So that's probably actually safe to do. because it should fall out. Nothing else should happen if that's the case, because it'll never do all this else stuff. It'll just fall out the bottom of the loop, and EW isn't used again until it's checked. Okay, so that should be fine. Where's our next EW2? Okay, so inside our little task, we're going to check for the event. So event window 2 here, and what we'll do is equal to EW. That means that we're basically that means that we're after clicking the relevant cancel window. And then that'll be and then we set the cancel flag. Oh, I see you. Window close, close window. Oh no. Oh. Ah, that's okay. Only here. I thought that giant loop has some bad nesting. It's okay. Panic over. For the love of God, don't panic. And copy. Oh. Slow the CPU down a bit. Why? Okay. That wasn't it. Let's speed that up again. Oh, shit. Oh, first crash. Oh, where's my... Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh dear.
Oh, and a recoverable alert to go with it. Thank you. Oh, something bad has happened there. I'm going to reboot for safety. Because I think, yeah, not great to boot up into yellow alerts. Oh. Okay, let's do a full cold reset. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, come on. Yeah. Now. What happened there? What the devil happened? So cancel flag is true. I put it in the wrong bloody loop. So there's that. We probably put it back there afterwards. So copy to. If helpers, you do slash cancel flag. It's true. Okay. Let's try that again. And hope that things worked okay. So let's open RAM disk. And open that. Yeah, let's just keep that there, and then let's open, where was it? That's a good one. Okay, now let's try it. Yeah, slow down. Yay! There we go. Copy. Excellent, works. So now it will only work obviously after the current copying process is finished. I can change that, that's easy enough to do, but I think any more work should be spent on the subtask rather than this. So now I have a list of icons. How do I pass that onto a subtask? Because the subtask, when it's launched, if it's a separate executable, it will have to take a copy of that icon list because it's yeah, exactly, yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. So so I have to make a copy of that list because it's possible to rewrite that list, or is it? If I lock out this toolbar, that list can't be changed. So if I just ignore what's happening on the toolbar when it's copying, then that list can't change because it only generates that icon list when you do something, when you choose to copy. So yeah, exactly. So I want to make it all self-contained. Yeah. Okay. Give me back my CPU speed. Draw helper copy. So if I'm just going to run a separate executable, Nivrig, what do you think? Easiest way to pass a list on to an executable, just to pass a pointer at startup. Yeah, I'll disable the bar while copying because what I will, yeah, I'll do that now actually, because that's quite simple because we have a flag that shows that the bar is open, that's working, the bar is open. Hey, I clicked you. There we go. So let's go down here. Close progress bar. We actually don't do anything here that we should do. progress open. So that means that our flag is aligned with whether the window is open or not. And now what we need to do is go back to our main event loop. And here we're dealing with our helpers. This is a helper window. So this should be disabled. Now, do I just go through and disable all the gadgets and leave the event loop handling as it is? I think that probably makes sense actually. So we can do that here. So let's make up some new functions for this kind of thing. Nope. Enable helper, disable helper. So these need to go up here. So shared helpers. Okay, and now we just go through the list of gadgets and disable them. What's my gadget count? Because the gadgets can be user defined, I haven't added it to the preferences yet. Let's see. $22. I've hard coded it. See, this just for interest is our gadgets list. So 999 is a spacer, and so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18. So you can add in gadgets, and just that's the order and the spacing, the layout of the toolbar. And 17, 19. So I just have to go through that and so it's gadgets. Loads of magic numbers. Exactly, Super Dan. I know you love a magic number. Yeah, so basically these are like, you know, I can't remember. Could copy and paste, they're probably 3, 4, 5. But yeah, that's I can tidy that up after. But ultimately they won't be there because they will be stored separately in a kind of a, you know, in a sort of a dummy preferences file or a default prefs file. This is just kind of hard-coded preferences for now. But the plan is that you can open up the preferences and move the buttons around, and, you know, enable or disable buttons, so, you know, you don't have to have the full set. And there's no 0, so it defaults to 0. 0 counts as no actual gadget entry. Okay, so max gadgets is anyway what we're looking for. Gadgets array and max gadgets. And there's no gadget 0, is there? 0, there is. Next die. So So if it's a legit gadget, that should do it. That should do it. Copy that. Go down here. Enable helper. GT. Now, I've put these in separate functions so that what we can do is we can change them, you know, to actually do the OS call for you know, busy a window, make a window busy. Oh, actually, you know, because how you do that is a bit messy in OS terms. It's like I have done it before, and it's a chunk of code, but I think Amiga Blitz has a function for that. So disable helper, and so I can sub in. I can just sub in other functions there afterwards. Well, let's see if that works anyway. And there's a window, another window. Cool. Destination. Loads of files. And send. Oh, slow down CPU. Send. And nope, that didn't disable those buttons at all. Why not? Why not? Open progress bar, disable helper, and enable helper. So disable helper EW, disable helper. And that's our helper window number. EW is our helper window. That's right. Disable helper. Am I looking at the right thing? Would be redrawn ghosted. GT disable. And that's our GT list. Yeah, we keep that the same number as the window. And the gadget ID is I. The gadget ID isn't I. It's the gadget. It's gadget's I. Now, it should have also disabled it because it goes from 0 to 22, but I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if I'm after corrupting some memory by doing that now. Because a lot of those gadget numbers won't have existed. Anyway, that's one thing. But anyway, I think I might switch to if Amiga Blitz does have a call for just disabling a window, for busying a window, I'll just do that instead because it's neater and gives you a nice busy pointer. But anyway, let's just have another try of this. Let's slow down the CPU. Why is that still accepting input? Also, have What's going on here? Why couldn't I cancel that? Yeah. But you see, normally, okay, that cancelled. But normally when you disable a gadget in GAD tools, it redraws it black and like in disabled. Also, why are you still here? Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that's interesting. It waits till the redraw is done. Okay, now, because let's just check if that code is happy. By going to open prefs, and we're just going to disable a button in here. So let's disable the save button just for shits and giggles. Yeah. So if we open the preferences window, see, that's what it should look like. That's what all those buttons should look like. Oh, they're graphical buttons. Surely you're able to disable them. You know, being that they're like images rather than text, it would be very silly if you can't disable them because they're images. Okay, let's dun. Let's get rid of that now anyway. So we know the GT disable command works. Yeah, and just swap in the images, but you see it's still, when you disable the gadgets, it has the effect of not triggering events because it doesn't allow an event to be generated, and that's kind of what I was going for. I don't mind whether it looks disabled or not. I don't want this actual event to happen. So what I'm going to do is, I am sure there is a function in the window include. Let's see. Win lock. No description available. That's just dandy. I think that sounds plausible though. So let's try that. Let's include that. No bugs though. Yeah, I know that is bullshit. I found plenty of bugs in those includes. So disable helper. Get rid of you for now. Useless. And window lock. There we go. Win lock. Now I just have to check if that actually works with like the Blitz window IDs or if it's expecting a pointer to a window. Let me see. Either way I can do it. No, not unlock all. That might be it. Let me see. Unlock. I'm going to have a look at the source code for that. Dun, dun, dun. Win. See, the awkward bit is that it's you know what? I think that might work. With the Blitz ID, because it actually gets the pointer to the window here. So, yeah, I think that's where to go. Let's give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? My machine crashes. Maximum GT menus. This was on your to-do list. What is? Oh, to disable the window. Please set maximum GT menus at least to 20. What? Why? Where is that message even coming from? I don't trust that message, but okay, it worked. Yeah. So I think disabling doesn't work for the graphical buttons for some reason. Test. Oh, where did this go? Oops. Okay. Slow down. Yay, look at that. Doesn't work. But, oh no, well, when it's multitasking, it will actually follow the drawer because it's still, but that's what we wanted. Busy. Busy, 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 busy. And also when it's multitasking, it will. And now it is back to normal. Oh, this, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I got away with it, I think, did I? Nope, I didn't. Shit. Okay, well, at least we know that bit works as well. Yeah. As much info as you can take. Okay. Okay, now that's adding that window include has probably bulked up my executable size by about 100k, which is unfortunate. So I might copy, if that's all I use, like it is, there's a lot of useful stuff in there, but if that's all I use from it, I might just copy those two routines in, because it's just a couple of OS. It just, it's like, it just basically uses a requester without an actual requester. So it puts it in requester mode. Sure, I'll just do that now. Fuck it. Dun, 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 dun. So we obviously don't need those lines. this feels a little bit hacky the way it's done, but we're not. Oh, there we go. If unlocked, win locked is equal to U. We'll translate that once we get it in here. So win.win is locked. So we don't have that, but we have helpers. What's this called? Progress open. False. Win dash. Okay, so it's slightly clunky, this, isn't it? I have to maintain that. Maintain that pointer. So it's not. I'm not going to use it like a byte for that now. Oh, go. So let's disable that so we don't get any funkiness. Helper window, cancel flag, progress open. It feels weird to make that equal to the pointer to the lock requester. But let's go with that, it should work. Helpers EW. Why is that? Memory type 1 is public, isn't it? I can't remember. Anyway, okay, we'll just leave it as it is. See, yeah, this doesn't work because what does it? I just add a thing, so progress open will still be true or false. So win lock, just keep things separate. Fair enough. Good night, Graham. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, good to have you. And sure, we'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Good night. So we can still open a helper window even if this doesn't work, I think is what we're doing here. Wing pointer. Oh, do we need to keep that Windows pointer? Window pointer? No. This is our unlock code. I'm going to throw that in the other routine. Don't need that. Don't need that. Tag and free mem. So helpers EW winlock equals 0. Is that right? So it means we did get a window lock when we locked the window. We get a new pointer, that's fine. So, and we changed the mouse pointer tag for that window pointer to default. End request, so we take away the request for that, and unlock. Okay, I think that should do it. Let's see what we need to change it here. Oh. EW. Helpers winlock. Oh. Helpers. I think that's it. Oh no, one more, two more. Yeah. Trying to be clever. Yeah. Now, maybe. Let's give that. Oh no! Oh shit. Yeah. Right. So we're missing chunks of stuff here. So if helpers either progress open. We don't need to check if that's the case down here, but yes, we do need another end if here. Oh, we need two of them. By the looks of things. Oh, no. Yeah. Let's see if this works. Destination. All the files. Slow down. And copy. No, it didn't work. Why not? What happened there? What happened? What happened? Open progress are helpers. Progress open equals true. So that should open. So we can allocate the requester. Allocate memory for the requester. Then we check if we got that allocation. If we did, we check the window pointer, which is that, yeah. Init requester. If request. If request. So it's the win pointer. So it's the lock value and the win pointer. Win pointer, yeah. Set window pointer. What's happened there?
Oh dear.
Yeah. That call didn't behave itself, did it? So, oh no, I'm using the same sound for my crash counter. So yeah, so you can redeem it, or no, it's also tied to the crash counter. So that's where that came from. Yeah, it seems sometimes that's how it works. See, yeah, I'm sure I probably ended up doing something nasty with the. See, when you're dealing with the OS calls here, the Blitz debugger is less powerful because it doesn't really know whether pointers are real or not, or you know, valid. So let's have a look and see. So I don't know. Well, it didn't allocate properly, so. Or it didn't yet, so, you know, re-enabling it may, and trying to free the end request. Trying to free that may have caused problems. Oh. Okay, let's have a look at what it looks like now when it runs, and we'll stop it at that point. Make sure the debugger is on. See, it is actually marked as on, and now the menu is reflecting the proper status. Yeah, we've got a debugger. Yeah, let's just do that. And now docs. Okay, so let's step. End statement. What happened there? Helpers progress open is false, so it doesn't even execute that. And then of course it tries to execute this. So let's just quit at that. So it doesn't even... okay. So this evaluates as false. So I see. It's because we've already opened it at this point when we're disabling the window. So really we want to swap that around. Make sure we have a progress window open for this. But see, we don't want to lock it twice. That's the reason for that. Why? Well, I think simplest there is to just, instead of doing that, is to just check, make sure that there's no no lock already open. I think that should work. I think a lot of things should work. And wipe out vibes from that music. Oh, did I set that destination? Okay, so copy interrupted. So step A, now it's going through that. That has run all the way through that. Oh, and of course it ended, so we can still do that. So let's slow down the CPU and see, make sure that it works. And run. Yeah, that's fine. Cool, and it should be re-enabled once the progress bar is finished. Yay. Okay, that works. Excellent, and I didn't have to use the whole include. Okay, cool. That was a lot. I suppose a lot of these things are a lot more than I feel like they should be. That's okay. Cool. Okay, so yes, now the next thing is, oh, well, let's get rid of that breakpoint there. I left the other breakpoint in there, didn't I? Yeah. The next thing is to, yeah, separate out the code altogether. So, yes, this comes back to my question. How do I pass that list onto another task? Now we're at a point where the list can't be changed, so I can just share that memory, I guess. Is it too dirty to just launch the task with the argument of the address? It would make the executable very, very dangerous by itself. Because you could just like launch it with random numbers and it absolutely clobber the machine. Oh, there was a basic 10-liner. I'm sure I've talked about it before, but there was an Atari basic 10-liner competition entry there at one point, and it was poke roulette. It was basically you had to place a bet on how many random pokes the machine would survive, and you took turns. So what it would do is, you just say, okay, I'm going to bet 10. And so you put in 10 and it would poke 10 random addresses with random shit. And if the machine didn't crash, then you know, that's it. It's up to the other person to beat 10. What a great game. Anyways. Right, so. Let me see, what are we doing? Syntax 2 is what we normally use. Let's include. I could actually just save a list of files. Is that? That's a bit dodgy. It's a bit too rough and ready to save a temp list, although it is also legit. No, I'll use the argc and argv. What are they called? Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true, actually. I'm a little bit rusty on the message ports, but yes, it probably is the best way to do it. But you have to run this separate task and wait for the message port to come up and then send it. I think just sending it all in one line through as an argument is probably, you know, dirtier, but also simpler. Yeah, the message port is the kind of the proper way to do it, I suppose, or even an AREX message, because I have AREX running. But yeah, I will think about it. For now, I'm going to do the argument and just and maybe convert it later. Oh, each program is going to have to also get each copy task is also going to have to get the workbench window dimensions and stuff like that. That's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world, but it's just have to remember to do that. So let me see. But first off, I'm just going to get this to see if it works. Is it arg? Oh, what is? I can't. It's so long since I've done this. Read args. What's warg? Oh, okay. Workbench arg. Read args. So. Okay. There's a different way of doing this. I know it. Without using the full thing, it uses a sort of a more like a clib rather than Amiga lib method. I can't remember it. Bah. Let's see. OSLib. Oh, that's weird. No. It's going to annoy me. Elmore DOSLib. Because there is one that's simple, just first arg, because it should only ever have arg, one arg, which is the address of the list. Ah, fuck. That's an arg slip. See arg. Read args. Yeah, I used that before, but that's not what I wanted. Alright, does live. Nope, useful stuff in there though. Ah, God, where is it? No, that's not what I wanted. IOLib. Nope. Ah. No more now. Okay, I have to look at some older programs of mine. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Projects. What uses arguments like that? Probably some old stuff. Old stuff I use the simple. Let's see. Numpars. What lib is that in? CLI arg lib. How did I not see that? Okay. Numpars. Pars, that's it. Simple as that. Oh, type. Okay, so oh no, of course not. Okay. So we'll make this little executable and test it and see if it even does even remotely what it's supposed to do. And that'll have to go in here. Drawer helper copy is the executable. Yeah. Okay, executable, drawer helper copy. Okay. Okay, so we've got a little executable there. Let's just test it. See that it does what we want. Oh, God. Where's my shell? There we go. That's the wrong button to press. projects. Broken. So that doesn't work. Why not? Numpars. And also, why wasn't the debugger running? That's weird. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. That's slightly annoying. What we're going to do is do a test here with the debugger on. Non-existent parameter. Are they numbered from 1? That... They are numbered from 1. Ah, well. Yeah, no, it's just because I thought they started 0 and not 1. So that's all it was. Draw up a copy. Now, in the meantime... Oh, it has returned. Oh. Timed out. I don't know, but now it's working fine. So, and if we give it a value like an address, it gives it, yeah, it gives us our address in hex. Okay, so that's fine. That's cool. We just have to make sure if we run it and pass it an address that we get the proper address at the other side. Okay, so copy 2. So what we're going to do is now we're still going to leave the copy thing there for now, but just and it's going to be so drawer helper copy, and then the address plus that should be the address of icon list. Icon list, icon list. Yeah. Copied count. Okay, so that, let's see if that works. No. Variables constant must be declared. Oh yeah, that's an array. So it needs to be the address of the array. Execute. Oh yeah, so it's not a function, so we're just going to hope for the best. Now let's have a look at our debug output when we do a copy. That's the destination. So copy. Let's copy some files. Badness. Badness happened. We didn't even get that far. Why not? Oh, no current list item. Okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You can't really do that. You can't get the address of a list without knowing. See, yeah, wow, why is a list done? You have to get the address of the first item. So I don't think that's going to work then. I'll have to copy all the entries into a chunk of memory in one go and transfer that. It seems unnecessary. Oh, I don't know what format is used for these dynamic lists. Because I was hoping to just assign this at the other end as a pointer to this, you know, and be done with it. So, let me think about this. We're trying to copy this, so really it would work if it would send the first item. Because usually that's how a static array, or how a fixed array works, is you send the address of the first item. But we can't get the first item here, so it'll be first item. It's created up above, but it does exist. It's just when you do reset list, there's no pointer to a currently used item, so you need to do something like that, and then reset the list again to get it back to 0. Keep on doing that. That might work. Well, that will work, but I just don't know if I can use that to access the list at the other end. Let me see if that works. See, because you can't use a fixed size array because someone will have a directory that has more entries than that. That's why it's a dynamically sized array. Destination, send. Okay. Let's just do it with 3 files. Sending that. Oh, we didn't get the output from the other file. The other program didn't give any output. Wow, loads of spam today. Amazing. Okay. Let's try that. Let's redirect the output from that to there, and we should get matching numbers at both ends. So it's not outputting to the shell of the parent task. Makes things slightly awkward. No, we want that one. F1, destination. Oh. Okay, so sending that number there. Let's go and look at. Oh, we already had that open, didn't we? Oh, let's. That is the number. Okay, that's working. That is the address of the first item in the list. Now, can we use that? Can we use that? Where's our copy task? What kind of structure is the icon list? Dimmed icon list.icon. Rephrase and filling second the list, and then I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, so see the list is already filled. At this point, the list is already filled. The reason it didn't work earlier was that there's no pointer to the list because there was no selected item. So the selected with the first item selected, now we have yeah, icon listed icon. So we just need to set up a new. That's it. Well, but that has already happened at that stage. When you click the gadget, that's the first thing it does, is it fills the list, and then I'll show you. So, where are we? Yeah, I mean, okay. Well, first off, I need to add this anyway. So, dim list. Can I do that? That's not going to work, is it? That's what I want to do. Anyways, how it actually fills the list is when you click an icon, it runs the get selected icons thing, and so here it accesses the Workbench API and gets a list from there, and then copies that into the icon list array. So that's it. So, but it does that before it gets to the stage where it's copying. So it gets all the icons first and then does the copy step, rather than get the first icon, copy, get the next icon, copy, get the next icon, copy. So it makes a full list. Yeah, so that's it. I am going to have to experiment more with this, because that's not going to work, is it? Yeah. And if I do that, it's going to say no currently used item. Yeah. No current list item. You know what? I think I might leave it there and have a ponder over this, because this is going to be a tricky one. And yeah, because I've done this with like with a struct with a new type. That's easy. You know, you just send over the pointer and you reassign it, and you can access the information on both sides. I've never done it within a dynamic array. A static array would work the same way, I think. And these kind of things in Blitz are difficult to Google. It's difficult to Google these things, because it's like, if I search for these things, it's usually maybe one hit that's relevant. But let's have a quick look. No. Nothing relevant anyway. Yeah, no, I can't really see anything there. It's quite useful, or that's useful. So I'm gonna have to. I'll have to investigate that and have a look at, maybe kind of poke around copy mem icon list, knowing how much times to copy. Yeah, see, the problem is, because it's dynamically allocated, is a dynamic array. It's not linear. You see, so basically each item contains the pointer to the next item, and they're not necessarily in a block the way a standard array is, and that's the problem. So you need to have that structure there. And so what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to have to poke around inside the guts of it and see what way Blitz handles it in memory. So yeah, so it just makes it awkward. If it was a standard array, it would be easy. Yeah, you're right. It was just, you just copy that chunk of RAM and that's it. It's no problem. But yeah, and in Blitz Basic 2, it has list arrays, but they're not. It's not a truly dynamic one, so it still allocates as a single block of memory. And that, again, you could just copy that, but you have to give it a maximum number, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah. But I need to make sure I have that first item and I'm able to see it. And I can't. What I might have to do is handle it manually. Yeah, exactly. Write my own functions for handling the list here. So I can't use the Blitz functions. It's not a big deal, because all I'm going to do is cycle through the list once and then dump it. So yeah, that's doable. But yeah, if I have the pointer to the first item, so let's see what happens. I'm just curious now. Dim list. So that's obviously not going to work. So it's a new type is .icon, and that's name, path, and kind. In here we use path is the main one that we use. Path is what we're interested in. So so this is the first item, and then just want to see if that works, and then we can have a poke around and see if anything looks like a pointer to the next item. So, let's see if this falls completely flat in its face. It's destination. Let's just copy 4 files, yeah. It's our pointer. Yeah. Graphics.doc. That's our first icon. Graphics.doc. Okay. That definitely works. Oh yeah, let's quit that first. Now, how do we get the next item from that? List. How is the list stored? Is the list a separate item in memory, or is it attached like a string? Is it just like Maybe a message port is the better idea, and send each entry. Oh, that's a lot. That's big. That's a lot of overhead. No, I think I'm gonna have to leave it. I'm gonna leave it and think about it, because there's a lot to. I've had a long day, and yeah. The brain's just not able to do it at the moment. So yeah, so I'm gonna call it there. Let's see. Oh, and ProtonFig is doing more coding, so I think we'll go and raid him. But yeah, so I'll have to have a think about that now while I'm supposed to be working tomorrow, and just think about how I can actually transfer, how I can do that, and what's a logical way for that to work. I might just poke around in the memory and see if there's pointers nearby, and follow the pointers and see if that works, because that's all a linked list is sort of each item has a pointer to the next. And if I can do that, I can write my own following routines. So I'll do that. Let's make sure all that's saved. Yeah, full screen of stuff, but that's cool. I think we're making progress, definitely. Cool. Okay. Well, listen. Thank you very much for the company, and I will. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna raid. Who did we say? ProtonFig. Yeah. And yeah, thanks very much. Where are we going? Okay. He's using. It looks like he's developing a racing game for the C64. It looks good. Cool. Excellent. Let's go and have a look. Do that. And where's the thingy? Okay, yes, indeed. Night, everybody, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.